Black Ops 6 Zombies is near the end of its life cycle, with a weird but yet wild journey. Now that every map is out, casual and hardcore players have multiple things to do. But for those extra hardcore audiences out there, Season 6 might be hiding the biggest secret that nobody knows about. What is it? Let's discuss. Alrighty, question of the day for you guys today. What was your favorite moment in Black Ops 6 Zombies history? It can be anything. Here is the comment regarding the last question of the day. What was your favorite perk? Here it is. Now let's go into the video. Okay, so every single Zombies map is out. The maps that have been leaked for quite some time are all available to players. We went from Terminus Island and all the way to Janus Towers or the Reckoning, which is crazy to me because these maps have been leaked out ever since the beginning, and it just feels complete. You know, the storyline may not be the best out there so far, but to me, this feels super complete, and I'm actually really excited to go into Black Ops 7 Zombies. I haven't been this excited to go into Black Ops 7 Zombies since we had the release of B03, with the OG crew. And now them taking, full on, story aspects of Black Ops 7 Zombies, it just feels wild to me that I'm even still talking about this in 2025. But I'm an Easter egg completer. I've completed every single Easter egg within Black Ops 6 Zombies. I want some sort of reward, and that's where this video comes in. Let's talk about the super Easter egg for Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now, I'm going to dive into some theories, some of the wish lists I want, but first things first, I want to talk about, is it actually going to be coming for fans who completed every single Easter egg within Black Ops 6 Zombies? Well, there was a creator call out there that talks about, the Black Ops 6 Zombie super Easter egg. Somebody asked that question, and somebody goes, no comment. Now, I want to iterate on that just a tiny bit for you guys. We all know Treyarch. They're the secret sort of company when it comes to zombies. They don't want to spoil anything. They want us to, just experience everything firsthand. Hell, when, they talked about the cutscene or the ending Easter egg for Black Ops 6 Zombies, they didn't want to spoil anything, and now we know why. They didn't want to spoil anything. So, usually when they say something like, no comment, no regards, or something like, anything that's cryptic, it usually means it's coming. They're just not going to specify when. And what I believe is going to happen is we're going to receive this super Easter egg within Black Ops 6 Zombies, during Season 6. And the rewards are still unknown, and that is what this video is here to talk about. Just some potential rewards and some, wish list theories that I have, regarding the super Easter egg. So let's get the obvious ones out of the way for you guys. And this could be a combination of any one of these items, or it could be all of them. That would be pretty broken in itself. But the first one that I think is the most likely for some strange reason is you're going to start with X amount of salvage. Now, this could be 2,500. This could be 5,000 salvage. The number's out there. It could be whatever number. But I feel like, X amount of salvage would just be a good reward. It's definitely going to be there. Why wouldn't it be there? You're starting off with 25 or 5,000 salvage. It's just going to be a nice head start for people who completed the Easter egg. Another one could be, an automatic perkaholic for every time you spawn into a brand new Zombies map. Now, remains to be, if it's going to be kept when you go down or you lose all the perks when you go down. Remains to be, unheard of or unseen in this matter, because we're still talking about something that may or may not happen. But personally, if Treyarch was to introduce the perkaholic for the super Easter egg, I think you'd lose it if you go down. It would be pretty awesome, and I want that if you can actually, keep your perks by going down. But I don't think that's going to happen. Prove me wrong, Treyarch, but that could be another avenue that we can go down. A third one, which is also very likely, is you starting off with a higher rarity for your starting weapon. Whatever weapon you bring in, it could be a blue, it could be a purple, it could be an orange rarity weapon. I don't think it's going to be a green rarity weapon because that's just too low. It could. I don't want that, but it could. I feel like a higher rarity weapon for your starting weapon is also really beneficial for people who have grinded each and every, Easter egg out there. It's just going to give you another head start towards getting to a high round or completing the Easter eggs faster for those world record speed runs, for even just speed runs in general. It could be another thing. And I feel like the last thing that, Treyarch is potentially could do, it's very unlikely, but give player X amount of points. Now, we did see this within IW Zombies, with the director's cut. So I, really can see it coming here, just for another head start for the players to actually, get everything that they want really quickly. Like I said, it could be a combination of any one of these for the Super Easter egg, but the ones that I think that are most likely is starting off with X amount of salvage and also your starting weapon being at a higher rarity. The Perkaholic and the points thing, I don't think too much about, but it could be a nice thing that we could see. But some of my theories that I have, some of the stuff that I want to see for the Black Ops 6 Zombies Super Easter egg is going to go as follows. The first one being that the gobble gum rate is doubled. Now, this could be a permanent double rate increase for gobblegums. This could be, even a triple increase in gobblegums, or the amount of gobblegums that you earn is much more significant. Whatever one of those weird things that, Treyarch may want to do, that would be a pretty cool thing for someone who likes to play Black Ops 6 Zombies and someone who, really likes the gobblegum system. I feel like this would definitely be a perfect, aspect to go down if you're looking for one unique reward, because one, you're playing already, and more gobblegums are great because they're going to help you out even more in the late game, in the early game, whether you're getting a crate power or whether you're using Perkaholic at the beginning. Or another avenue of this is you could increase the ultimate rarity of the gobblegums, so you receive more rare gobblegums easier than new ones. But I feel like this could be a flaw because things like insta-kill and cashback are at the lower tier, and if you're more increased to get something at a higher tier, you're going to be receiving more things like Perkaholic, raindrops, and wonder bars. And if you really need like a max ammo power-up or an insta-kill gobblegum, it's going to be harder to get it. So honestly, increasing the drop rates of the gobblegums would be a very nice addition to this game. Now, something that I would really want within this game, and I don't think it's going to happen, maybe as a side mode, but not as a super Easter egg, is a boss gauntlet mode. Now, not just any boss gauntlet mode. The hardcore bosses within Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now, we've seen a few of these, around 100 boss fights, but I feel like for the ultimate challenge, you complete the boss gauntlet with these hardcore bosses on, and you get like a special reward, whether that's a skin, whether that's a calling card, whether that's like ultimate gobblegums up the wazoo, or anything in between, or just a side mode, whether it's, even if it's not the hardcore bosses, just, a side mode just revolving bosses would be pretty cool. Like I said, we've seen this in Infinite Warfare too, and we haven't seen it in any other Treyarch game yet. So I feel like a boss mode where you get set up at the beginning. You go to like Terminus Island, you just see a bunch of guns floating all over the place, and you get ready. Then you go in and fight the boss. You have a couple minutes to get ready. Then you get teleported to, Liberty. Then you do that quote-unquote boss fight. Then you teleport to Citadel, then the Tomb, then Shattered, then the Reckoning. Honestly, that would be an amazing idea, and I feel like, would add a little bit more replayability within this game. So one more thing, you've completed all the Easter eggs. Now do them again with extra challenges. This would be kind of cool. Like, for instance, you take the Gauntlet mode from Black Ops 4 where you had round-specific challenges, but you do them within Black Ops 6 Zombies, and you have to complete the Easter egg. Think of it like directed mode mixed with Gauntlet mode. Obviously, this would have to be tuned, so that way you're not really cheesing anything, or it doesn't, end up really badly. But this could also be a nice little reward for everyone out there who wants a little extra challenge. Now, this could be, like I said, another game mode within itself, but also this could theoretically unlock within Black Ops 6 Zombies for people who have completed all the Easter eggs. Now go back in there, do the hardcore version of the Easter egg, whatever they like to call it, but they're going to have extra challenges to them. So like I said, think directed mode mixed with Gauntlet mode from Black Ops 4, and there is your brand new side Easter egg content. That would be pretty cool to see. I am definitely not against that, but like I said, that is very unlikely for them to do. But honestly, let me know what you guys think about that down there in the comment section below. And also, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. It really does mean a lot because I used to do Nintendo content, and now I want to do something that I'm far more passionate about, and it's actually working. And I really can't thank all of you guys enough, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be talking to my computer screen like a complete fool. I feel like such a a weird idiot talking to a screen the entire time. But honestly, that's it. If you guys want to see, what happened during the reckoning, so you can prepare for the Super Easter egg and for Black Ops 7 Zombies, watch this video right here on screen. Take it easy, guys.